Okay, lesson 38. First thing it says here on this one is to expand this. So we have x plus 7 to the third power. Now what does that mean? That means x plus 7 times x plus 7 times x plus 7. So when you have a whole lot to do like that, bring the first one down as it is, and then multiply these two together, okay? So we're going to do x squared, and then 7x, then 7x, then 7 times 7. That's FOIL, right? Now simplify this before you go any farther. Okay, now when you get ready to do it, you're going to take the first one and multiply it to all three in the second set of parentheses. So that's going to be x cubed, 14x squared, and 49x. Then you take the 7 and do the same thing. So you got 7x squared, and then you got 98x, and then you got 343. Now you want to look for like terms. Okay? You got x cubed, and you're going to have 21x squared, 147x, and you got 343. Okay? Okay, let's try this one here. Number 2. We've got x plus 2 cubed. So write all three of these out. Bring the first one down. Multiply the last two. Doing FOIL, right? X squared, 2x, 2x, 4. Add up your like terms. Now, take the first one, multiply to every one in the second set of parentheses. Then take the second one, multiply to each of the ones on the second set of parentheses. Then look for your like terms. Add your like terms together. And then you're done. Okay? Okay, let's jump down to number 3. It says here to solve. Now, what we need to do when we're going to solve this is, first of all, we need to put everything on one side of the equal mark. So I have 11x plus 24 equals negative x squared. So I have an x squared, I have an x, and I have just a number. I want them to be on the side where x squared is going to be positive. So I'm bringing this one to the left. It'll become positive then. They are not like terms, are they? If I bring it over here, nothing's left there, it's a 0. You have to have that 0 there. Then you're going to factor this just like we've been factoring these. So that's going to be 8 and 3. When I add them together, I get 11. Multiply them together, I get a 24. Now, you take each one of those sets of parentheses, and you set each one equal to 0. And then solve for x. So I have 2 answers. Okay? Let's look at number 4. Number 4 has a common factor in it. So I'm going to factor out the common factor. Now, this right here is called the difference of 2 squares. So it's a difference because it's subtraction. It's x man squared and 7 squared. So it's the difference of 2 squares. When you see that, you set up your parentheses like normal. Put your x's there. Figure out what's being squared. It's a 7. Make one positive and one negative. So when you multiply them together, you get negative 49. But when you add them together, you get 0. And that's why you don't have an x term. Now we're going to take each one of these. Now, even though I don't normally use a parenthesis around this x out here by itself, it is okay if it has one. Therefore, you have to think of it as having one. So when I say set each set of parentheses equals 0, it includes that one. like this. This one's just finished. This one I bring the 7 over. This one I bring the negative 7 over. So I had 3 answers. I want you to notice, when the highest term was a square, we got 2 answers. When it was a cube, we got 3 answers. Okay? So you work on number 5 for a minute. Pause the video. Okay. So this one does not have a common factor. So what we need to do is just do the trinomial factoring. So we have x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. So let's see. We're going to need to factor that as a negative 4 and a positive 2. Then each one of those I'm going to set equal to 0. Bring the negative 4 over. Bring the positive 2 over. You know, when you change the sides, the signs of it changes. Okay? So we're going to stop there.